What's up guys, today we're playing the new Terraria 1.4.5 Bigger and Bolder update.
This is the finale of the series, so check out the other parts as well.
So let's get straight into it.
For the first half of this episode, all the microphone wasn't working while I was recording, so it's going to be voiceover. But, I mean, for now I just got some enchanted lace wings, and then I went ahead and fought Daytime Empress of Light. This on screen is actually my second attempt, and I did manage to beat her in 2 tries, securing the Terra Prisma. Prisma is the optimal weapon for the whole rest of the game, so I do keep using it for the rest of the video. But now that I had the Terra Prisma, there was no point waiting around. I went ahead and rushed the end game, so I take out the cultist real quick, no problem. First try the fight. Actually, I almost died, but after I take him out, we got the pillars. I do Stardust first because I'm gonna need that to make new weapons, specifically the new Constellation Whip that they added. So after I took out the pillar, I grabbed the fragments and then quickly went back to base and crafted the new whip. So here's me crafting it. As you can see, it's got like 200 something damage, so it's pretty good. I also made the Stardust Dragon Staff, but I ended up not using it because it's just not as good as the Terra Prisma. But after that, I went ahead and just rushed through the next 3 pillars so I could fight Moonlord. And he spawned in right away. I didn't have any buffs or anything, I was just like practicing. And I got close, you know, he's down to his last eye, but I did end up dying, sadly. But don't worry guys, I redeemed myself on the next attempt. So I got all my buffs ready, spawned him in, and when I was fully prepared, I managed to take him out on my second try, which is actually pretty impressive. I had to fight him a couple times after to get loot, and it was not very easy, so I'm surprised I did it. But inside the treasure bag, we got, of course, Celestial Starboard. That's going to be the best wings. We also got some Luminite to make, I don't know, the Lunar Hook, pickaxe, make some armor. I actually ended up fighting him again while I still had my buffs active, because I knew I'd be able to take him out. And I was able to do it pretty easily to get just some more Luminite. But I still don't have enough Stardust things to make the armor. So I went ahead and killed the pillar again so I could get it. And I also need to farm Moonlord some more in order to get the new whip that was added. It's called the Possession. It drops from Moonlord, and it's pretty rare. So I spawned him in, and it was kind of bad. I kept dying, like it was so inconsistent, so I went ahead and used the nurse method, which is like pretty dishonorable, but like I just needed the weapon at that point. And with the nurse, I was able to kill Moonlord a couple more times, like 6 or 7 times, and I did get the Lunar Portal Staff. I also got the Rod of Harmony while I was doing this, and I still did not manage to get the whip. It was taking actually forever. So I was forced to resort to another super niche method. I call it the Chlorophyte method. So here's me doing it right now. And using that method, I was able to like 100% of the time kill him. And I finally secured the Possession Whip from that Moonlord. And there it is, right there. I'm about to use it. So check this out. It's actually crazy. Greatest whip they ever added. Ain't that beautiful, bro? But now that I had beaten the game, I needed to start working towards the achievements. At this point, I only had 4 left. And the first one I decided to go for was going to be the Sick Licks achievement, or the Guitar achievement. And I thought the easiest way to do that would be to kill Plantera, so I killed her like a lot. And eventually, I finally killed her and managed to get my hands on the axe from her treasure bag. And all I had to do to get the achievement was go ahead and swing it. So there we go, easy achievement down. Another not so bad one to get would be the one for maxing out like our NPC's defense. So first thing, you have to throw a spell tome in the shimmer, which I did previously. We also have to fish for a pretty rare drop like the Advanced Combat Techniques book, which I get in just a second here. And then once I used that, I was able to easily get the achievement. There we go, got it, head back home and use it to get that beautiful achievement. Awesome sauce. At this point, I only had 2 achievements left. One of them, I just had to wait for the Traveling Merchant, and the other one, I had to do the Bestiary. And my Bestiary was looking like this. I had a whole page empty at this point, so I had a lot of work to do. But we're going to go to live commentary now because I finally figured out my microphone wasn't working. One entry we still need is the Torch God, so we can do that real quick. I don't think we're going to die, but you never really know. Alright, the Torch God has begun. Alright. Looks like we did it. There's the Torch God's favor. One thing I heard they added in the update that I unfortunately did not hear about earlier is that there is now a dash keybind. Yeah, right here. Dash. So we will turn off double tap dashing and set dash to spacebar. And now we can dash beautifully with spacebar. Also, it just became nighttime, and another huge source of entries we could get would be the Frost Moon. So we're going to go ahead and spawn that in real quick and just farm it out. Alright, here's the Frost Queen. So once we defeat her, we've killed every Frost Moon enemy. Except maybe the Yeti. I don't know if he shows up yet. Here he is. We also have to make sure we make it to the end of the Frost Moon so that enemies will start dropping presents and we can do the Frost Legion afterwards. Alright, so the Christmas like spirit is active or whatever. That's kind of cool. Look like they reworked the Paladin Tamer. I'm down here right now farming for Christmas presents, but I actually have not gotten any so far. I don't know why. Alright, here's some presents. The snow globe is pretty rare, I think, so might take a couple attempts of the Frost Moon and Christmas season to get it. Okay, we just got the snow globe from some presents, so we're good with that. We can also get the entry for the explosive bunny. We would just put it down and go near it. Should get the entry. Nice. We can also throw the sword at the slime for that. Town pet right there. Okay, we just got this fungo fish. I didn't have it, but we got it now. And so we're down to just one page of entries that we don't have. One that we can do right now is going to be Betsy, who I have not killed yet. And we can get pretty easily. We just have to do the old one's army. And now here's Betsy. We just have to make sure not die while we're fighting her, and we should get the bestiary entry no problem. And we took her out no issue. Next up, we need to go to the underground desert and turn it into Crimson, because there's a lot of Crimson Desert enemies that I don't have yet. Right here looks good. Let's make this a Crimson and just take out some enemies here. Okay, here's a Crimson Axe we just killed. That was one of the enemies we needed. Alright, we just found the Mystic Frog, and we need to make sure we don't kill it. We need to throw Purification Powder on it. That was close, dude. That slime actually almost got it. I was scared my Stardust minion was going to get it, but I think we're good. So, and now, did the slime die? Okay, I think the town slime died. Oh, where'd he go? I have no idea where he went. Oh, he must, yeah, he went to a house because it's raining. So all we have to do now is go pet him, and then we'll get that bestiary entry. Okay, here he is. He's on the edge of the screen. Give him a little pet, and now boom, we should have number 36. Yep, gone. Dude, that always gets me. Like, it already happened to me. Y'all should have seen my first reaction. I was trying to test something out in my other world, and it scared me so bad. But even there, I saw a statue. I was like, I know this is the new haunted statue. It always gets me, bro. That's a pretty cool feature, though, and it's scary, man. Look, here's another one. Here's another one. Watch this. Oh, how close do you have to get, actually? Can you hit it? You can't hit it till you get near it. Oh, dude, it's actually so bad. It does drop the statue, though. I didn't even notice. That seems like a really good way to get statues. So I just picked up this item from a raven. It's called a raven feather. Looks like it probably does the opposite of the four-leaf clover, where it makes you unlucky. So I don't know what you'd ever need that for, but I guess it's cool to have. Oh, here's Hopping Jack. That's one of the graveyard enemies I was looking for. So, new creature. Alright guys, so I just made this list here of every enemy we still gotta get, so that I can like see what's up. Right now we're looking for the mushroom zombie. It's kind of hard because the truffle here is reducing spawn rates, but I can't get him to go away. Alright, we just took out one spore zombie, but there are two types, so we need to get the other kind. And there's the other one right there. So now the bestiary has moved up 2 entries. Perfect. Pretty big amount of the enemies we need are gem critters, and they're gonna spawn near these gem trees, and there's a lot of those in the shimmer, so we'll hang out around here until we get a couple of them. We can also craft them, now that I'm thinking about it, with just like a bunny and some gems, which I should have gems, so maybe I'll do that instead. Okay, I was lying, you can't craft gem critters. This is going to suck to farm these all out. So I just got this extractinator, and we're going to try and get a bunch of gemstones so that I can make gem acorns and just make a whole farm for the gem critters. And now we can craft a whole bunch of gem corns. Whoa, there's a gem critter. I wonder if it's one we don't have yet. It is a ruby bunny. That is one of the ones we still need. Let's grab him. So to get the bestiary completion, you just have to be near him. So Ruby Bunny, we can check that off the list. Okay, so I planted a bunch of gem corns. I mean, as you can see, we're already getting things. Here's a topaz squirrel. And with this farm we built here, once all these trees grow, we should have an easy way to get all the shimmer gem critters. Another huge chunk of the enemies is actually underground ice biome enemies, because I haven't been down there since like pre-hard mode, so we'll have to go check that out. So here's an armored Viking. That's one of the enemies we still need. Here's Icy Merman and the Icy Tortoise. We need both of those. We got the corrupt pigron, but we also need the crimson one, so I'm gonna spread some crimson in this area so that we can get that pigron to spawn as well. Here's the ice mimic. We just got the ice mimic. Nice. We're gonna make it a blood moon real quick because we need to get, first of all, the chattering teeth bomb, but I also need to buy more crimson solution from this scroll. While it's a blood moon, we need to look out for clowns because they can drop chattering teeth bombs, or they spawn them in, and I actually don't have the entry yet because I've never killed one. Okay, I hear a clown. There's a chattering tooth bomb. It looks like we killed it, so we should have the entry now. So this area is now super crimson, and we should get the red pigron spawning soon. Oh, we also just picked up the cyan husk, which means we killed the cyan beetle, which was the last thing we need in the ice biome. Well, it's actually not true. I still need to get the hollow pigron, so we'll make a little area here into hollow snow biome. Alright, I did just hear pigron noises. I don't know where it was, but we should have number 371 now. Okay, yeah, it's right here. Okay, good. We're done with that. We can leave the ice biome now. Okay, so we're going to turn some of our crimson solution into purple solution because we need to make a corrupt desert because we don't have underground corrupt desert enemies. So right here looks good. Let's use purple solution in this whole area. And there it is right there, the vile ghoul. So let's go kill that guy. And we got the entry. That was all we needed. So we have this goldfish here. I believe if we put vicious powder on him, he'll turn into a corrupt goldfish, which is one of the enemies we need. I'm also going to take off all my summons because I wonder if I can turn him into a crimson goldfish right after. So here's corrupt goldfish, and okay, it looks like we can't turn him into a corruption goldfish from Crimson State, unfortunately. Here's a bunny. We have to do the same thing with the bunny, so let's make this one corrupt. Okay, here's a penguin. So we need the penguin. We also need the vicious and corrupt penguin. So let's go ahead and corrupt or viciousify this penguin. And we just need the corrupt one now. Okay, here's a penguin. Let's put the corruption powder on him. Alright, and now we have the vicious and corrupt penguin. The next enemy we're going to go for is the Crimson Mimic. Because since I got corruption mostly in this world, like underground, I was not able to ever find a Crimson Mimic. Okay, so I just turned this whole area into a huge like crimson, including down here, which is where we're going to look for that mimic. Okay, I hear Crimson Mimic noises down here. Pretty sure my summons killed it. But hopefully that means that we have the Crimson Mimic now. Let's see, number 355 in the bestiary. Yep, no longer there. So we did defeat a Crimson Mimic. Another one we need is the Martian Probe, because I actually never killed one. Every time I've seen one, I've used it to spawn the Martians. So we have to take one out for the bestiary entry. Alright, here's a probe. Let's take it out, and we should have the entry now. 3 entries we can easily get would be the Frost Legion enemies. I've been holding on to the Snow Globe, but we could use it now. Okay, here's the Frost Legion. So we got Mr. Stabby. I'm seeing a lot of Mr. Stabbies. Here's the Snowman Gangster. And the Snowballa. Alright, we got all 3. Alright, we took them out. Okay, here's a Diamond Bunny. And then an Amethyst Squirrel right here. Here's a Sapphire Bunny. And a Topaz Bunny. Oh no, Sapphire Squirrel. Oh, please tell me I could get that. Okay, we did get it. That's good. Okay, Diamond Squirrel. Nice. We also have an Emerald Squirrel right here. That's one we need. Okay, so it just became night, so we'll have to come back to this later. Although, that skeleton we just killed is the headache skeleton that I was missing. So, we have him now. So now that it's nighttime again, we will spawn the Frost Moon again, so that we can get Santa Claus tomorrow.
Alright, so we just did the frost moon, and it's finally Christmas time and daytime, so Santa Claus can show up, and he should soon. So now we're here at the ocean. I got a water candle, I got a battle potion, and water breathing, so we can get the sea snail and the squid, which are both kind of rare ocean enemies. Okay, as you can see, we just got the squid checked off. Nice. Oh, we just got the message. Santa Claus is here. So we'll go ahead and leave the ocean. Looks like he is at the underworld. I don't know why he went here. But here's Santa Claus. Now we have the entry. We don't actually need to buy anything from him, and he's going to leave after today anyway, so I'm not going to build him a house. Looks like there's a lot of black ink here, but no purple mucus, which means the sea snail did not spawn. But we did get 5 squids, which is good. And there we go! Looks like we just got the Neptune shell. Alright, or not the Neptune shell, the sea snail. Sorry, I'm reading about how to farm this guy out, because it was taking a while. But that means we are done with the ocean enemies. Next, we're going to go to our oasis, because there are 2 types of desert critters that we have not encountered yet, that both spawn at the oasis. Okay, here's the pup fish. All we need to do is go near it, and we can get the entry. Although now that it is nighttime, critters will be less likely to spawn, so we're going to go fight the pumpkin moon and get a bunch of Halloween enemies that we did not get before. Yay, the pumpkin moon is ending in 1 second, and now we got the Halloween spirit in this world. So first we gotta do the skeletons that will spawn with costumes on, and then we can go get the nighttime enemies once it becomes nighttime. Okay, the traveling merchant just got here. Let's go see if he's selling. Oh, he's right here. Bro, it's a sign he's gonna have it. He does. Finally, this guy is selling me the life form analyzer. Now that we have that, we finally have every component we need to craft the PDA into the cell phone into the shell phone to get the See You Later achievement. And now we are officially 1 achievement away from having every achievement in the Terraria 1.4.5 update. There's a ruby squirrel. I believe that's one of the ones we needed. We're actually done with the squirrels now. We just need the emerald bunny and the amber bunny. Oh, there we go. Rock golem. Just saw him get killed. And so now we have that entry. We're just looking for the Halloween skeletons now. So before the end of the night, we actually should spawn a blood moon now, because we're going to have to get the demon eye and zombie Halloween variants as well. I'm hoping to do that after I get the skeleton ones, but I can't get them to spawn. I built this farm, but I think I kind of messed it up, and it's not really helping spawn enemies. But we have blood moon plus battle potion plus water candles, so I think with that we should be able to hopefully find these skeletons soon. I'm gonna go back up and try and get some of the actual enemies I need, like the zombies and demon eye with costumes. Okay, we got all the variants except the skeletons, so let's go back down to the farm while we still have blood moon and battle potion, and hope that we can get these guys in the next 2 minutes before we have to do the pumpkin moon again. Okay, so Halloween is over. We did not get either of these. We got one of the 3 skeletons, and we got all the other ones. So, it sucks that we have to do the pumpkin moon again, but we got most of them at least. Okay, here is the grave. From here I just have to touch it, and we're going to grab with the bug net too, just to be safe. But there we go. That's everything we needed from this desert, so we can grab the water candle and go. So I did some research, and I found out that in order for the moss zombie to spawn, you need to have negative luck. So I got this raven feather and put it on. I don't think anything else I have is increasing my luck, so we should see the moss zombie soon. No, that's definitely a rat. Okay, I'm touching him. Alright, we definitely have the entry for rat now. So I did some more research and found out that the moss zombie spawns based on how much luck you have, like negative. So you want to get as worst luck possible. So there's a couple ways to do that besides just this feather. If you shimmer a lucky clover, you get the wilted clover, which will decrease your luck. And I also get this item, the pretty mirror. The clothier sells it when he's in a graveyard. And with those we can get really bad luck, and we should be able to get the moss zombie spawning. Okay, I have like literally max spawn rates and max negative luck right now. If this guy doesn't spawn soon, I'm gonna be so mad. Okay, so at the same time that I'm doing all this, a sandstorm did start, and so very quickly, while we have the sandstorm active, we need to go and we need to turn the desert into crimson real quick, so we can get the crimson sand shark. So let's make some crimson and wait for the flesh reaver to spawn in. And there it is. That was the flesh reaver. Now we can go right back to farming for the moss zombie. Okay, I'm not seeing the guy, but we do need to spawn the pumpkin moon and get to at least wave 15, or else we're not gonna get to fight Halloween enemies. So let's go ahead and spawn that in. We just have to get to wave 15, I believe. So I kind of messed up. I didn't give myself a lot of time, but I think we'll be able to make it to 15 in about a minute and a half. It's already at wave 5. Okay, it looks like we actually did manage to make it to wave 15 in that like 2-minute time frame, so that's pretty good. Okay, so we got the Halloween events active. Let's go straight to the caves and farm out some skeletons. Also, here's an emerald bunny. That's one of the ones we need. Oh my goodness, and here's the amber bunny. Got the amber bunny right here, and that means we have all the gem critters now. That's huge. Hey, so we got it. Looking at the bestiary, we only have 4 left. If we search up skeleton here, you can see we got the, I don't know what kind of skeleton this is, but we got the astronaut one and the top hat one. So that is every skeleton. This is how much I expanded the farm, but it looks like we're not going to need it. So let's get out of here. Oh my goodness, guys. So I just finished I was working on this farm, bro. I had to optimize spawn conditions, but here we have it. The elusive turtle. Finally got that in the bestiary. Check it out. Turtle. There it is, and now we are only 3 enemies away from finishing the bestiary. Next enemy we can look for is the jungle turtle, who has similar spawn requirements, so we're just going to need to make sure we have some nice bodies of water here. Oh my goodness, guys, right here we have the jungle turtle. Let's go get him. All we gotta do is touch him, and there we go. We are officially on the last 2 bestiary entries. The next entry I want to try and get is the moss zombie. And for him to spawn, you need to be in a graveyard, and you also need as worse luck as possible. So we have this feather being in my inventory will lower my luck. Wilted clovers will lower my luck. I'm also standing on a poop block, doing the poop method. That makes you stinky, and the stinky debuff in the new update will also decrease your luck. And if we go ahead and throw one of these pretty mirrors, we now have even worse luck. So now, it should just be a matter of time before that zombie spawns in. Oh my goodness, guys. So we just got it. The moss zombie is now in our bestiary, and that means we are down to our last entry we need to get. And that entry is going to be Dr. Bones. We're going to drain the water from the place I farmed the turtle, because Dr. Bones needs to spawn on jungle grass, and having this area right here will be perfect for trying to find him.
Yes. The one who gets shot.
Oh my goodness, guys. There it is. Dr. Bones just spawned in, and as you can see, we just got the bookworm achievement, meaning that we now have every single achievement that was added in the new update. Let's check it. Achievements. There it is. Every single one. Thank y'all so much for watching the series. If you watched the whole thing, make sure to hit that like, subscribe, drop a comment, let me know if you want to see more Terraria. Let's also check how many deaths we had. 194 deaths and playtime as well. Almost 40 hours of playtime. We're right on the mark there. Yeah, thanks so much for watching though. Look out for more Sharks from Nukes videos coming out, and I will see y'all in the next video.